Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. I've often encouraged my clients to ask for what they want and have cited this anecdote. An orientation leader at Harvard told the incoming freshman, "Key to success at Harvard is to ask for what you want, and when they say no, ask someone else." That advice is often valid, but your chances of an ask working increase if a little nuance is added. This little talk is going to suggest when, in the workplace and in a relationship, the risk-reward ratio favors asking and when it doesn't. We'll start with the workplace. The most common work ask is for a raise or promotion, but the following guidelines also apply when you're like a change in a job description, if you'd like a training opportunity that the employer would pay for, a change in where you work, maybe more at home, maybe more in the workplace despite COVID, a new job title, or who you report to. The more of the following that are extant in your situation, the better the time it is to ask. You've just accomplished something that your boss or employing organization appreciated. Your past months or year have been marked by above average accomplishment. You're being asked to take on more or more challenging work. Your organization is, despite or even because of the COVID economic shutdown, doing well. Or you have a better job opportunity elsewhere. Conversely, it is wise to not ask for a raise or whatever if you think your boss isn't overly enamored of you. That may seem obvious, but I've had clients who asked for a raise because they were disgruntled. But often if they are disgruntled, so is the boss with the employee. Beware. Now let's turn to relationships. You might like your partner to be warmer, less materialistic, more diligent, neater, less judgmental, or to change something sexually. I offer a sample conversation starter for most of those except the sexual one. If you Google dealing with your differences and the name Nemko, and you'll find it, especially if you add the word psychology today. Anyway, the more of the following that are extant in your relationship situation, the better time it is to ask. When you've just had a good time together. When your partner is praised or at least thank you for something. When he or she is in a good mood. For some people, that's merely a function of external events, but other people have biorhythms, tending to be more upbeat in the morning or evening. As with work asks, avoid making a significant relationship ask just because you're disgruntled. Your partner, already annoyed with you, could consider you asking more to be the last straw. Of course, your disgruntlement could be justified, but if you're going to make an ask in that situation, you might, per the aforementioned article that I just mentioned, make the ask a reciprocal one. For example, I'm getting a little nervous about our economic security. Do you think we both might be a little more careful in our spending? Now let's turn finally to how to ask. Generally, it's wise to default to a kind and polite ask. For example, I'd like to ask you something that I think is reasonable. Is this a good time? And then when you get assent, you've often praised me for my work. And in that the company is continuing to grow despite the pandemic and you're now asking me to take on more responsibility, it would seem that it would be fair to ask for a significant raise. What do you think? That's the kind of nice way. It's assertive but pretty nice. But occasionally being tougher can work. I have to tell you, I'm feeling devalued. Yeah, you praise me, but you keep piling on more responsibility, and even though the company's doing well, you've only offered me a 2% raise. That's just not acceptable. What do you think? I'd guess that more people should ask than don't, than vice versa. So all things equal, most people could do worse than the following alteration of that Harvard Orientation Guide's advice. Think twice about asking, but if you feel the likely benefit outweighs the likely risk, ask, and you may well receive. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and I especially like it if you hit the social media below, the share button below. Share it on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.